Wow.
I'm going to meet a young YouTuber called Evans to experience the park.
This place is just gorgeous. Very, very beautiful. Oh my God.
Hopefully we get to speak to a number of Kenyans who will be out there having a good time. Let's see the families, let's see what they have to do, how they enjoy the park. And hey, you can't log out. You got to stay on and see this to the end. Hello. We are off to Nairobi Festival today. Taking place at Uhuru Park. Yeah. So just in terms of context, Uhuru Park is basically the Freedom Park. Uhuru is Swahili for freedom, and it's perhaps what you'd call a sacred ground for Nairobians. It's the place that they can take a rest, rejuvenate. It's a green space within the city. The really only green space left within Nairobi city. But this was not always the case, you know, and Uhuru Park for the longest time has faced a risk over annexation or land grabbing, as it were. So we are driving through Nairobi West, just outside of the main stadium. This is Nyayo National Stadium. This entire region, all the way down to Central Park, was really the green space that was left in Nairobi. This is the park to the left, known as Uhuru Park, that was nearly annexed, and today the youth and families are enjoying this facility. I mean, the festival has opened with a bang like you won't believe. We are stuck in Nairobi's jam. This can be the order of the day sometimes, but really traffic has improved a lot in this city with a brand new expressway, slightly expanded roads. And right this minute, we are heading to Uhuru Park, our Freedom Park. Uhuru is Swahili for freedom. We are heading to Uhuru Park to witness the relaunch of Uhuru Park, newly revamped, newly rebuilt, and attend the inaugural Nairobi Festival being launched by Governor Sakaja. This festival has been the talk of town for the longest time. It's promising a lot. Governor Sakaja has made a lot of good noise, and we hope to get good stuff out of the good noise, a good experience. And this park, honestly, credits to a gallant lady, Professor Wangari Maathai, the Nobel Peace Laureate, who managed to save Kenyans from losing their only green space left within the city. In 1989, Robert Maxwell and President Moi had intended to build a 60-story building in this park. And this was going to be annexed as part of the property of KANU, Kenya African National Union, which was the national party at the time. It was going to be a huge loss to Kenyans. Wangari Maathai risked it all. She was insulted, regarded as irrelevant as a divorcee. And the president actually referred to her as a mad woman, you know, for being stubborn and eventually wresting the park off the hands of Robert Maxwell and President Moi. So today, this has been bequeathed to Kenyans by the fights of Wangari Maathai, Professor Wangari Maathai. And if this is reason enough to be called mad, by all means, salute to the mad woman, Nobel Laureate Professor Wangari Maathai, who must be smiling today, knowing what is happening at the park, seeing children, her grandchildren, enjoying such a facility. And credit to President Uhuru Kenyatta, who in the last term in office saw it fit to actually make the park into a modern facility that represents the aspirations of Kenyans today, the vibe of the city today, the vibe of youth today. And coincidentally, Moi may have wanted to take away the park, but his protege, who is the outgoing president, or now the past president Uhuru Kenyatta, is the one man who finally has gifted Kenyans a wonderful park. And, you know, Sakaja Johnson, who's now the governor, has just put the perfect icing on it. And this is going to be annual, and this really is going to be big. Let me hear your comments down below. Subscribe, share as much as you can, so that we can bring you many more stories from Kenya, from Africa. This is Kenya Fixer.
Mimi Mwai Kibaki.
This is the old Uhuru Park, opened to the public by the founding president in 1969. Decades later, Uhuru Park became synonymous with prayer meetings and political agitation in the country. But it was during President Moi's rule that it acquired notoriety for police brutality when mothers of political prisoners went on a hunger strike, camping at this spot, now christened the Freedom Corner. Police would violently break up that meeting. Earlier in London, supremacy battles over media ownership between Tiny Rowland and Maxwell's Mirror Group would spill into Nairobi. Rowland, also owner of the Lone Wolf Group, had snapped Maxwell and sold today to Rupert Murdoch. Tiny Rowland would own the Standard, Kenya's oldest daily, while Maxwell invested heftily in the Kenya Times Media Trust. With Maxwell's media empire crumbling in London, the Kenya Times investment offered a possible lifeline. The complex to be built in Nairobi would house a new TV station, KTN, the Kenya Times Daily, and the ruling party KANU's headquarters. But Professor Wangari Maathai and her Greenbelt Movement strongly resisted grabbing of Uhuru Park, fighting battles in court and petitioning the British High Commission and donor agencies. Eventually in 1990, President Moi and Maxwell were forced to abandon the project, and the park effectively was saved. This is the brand new Uhuru Park. Man, and security here is tight. Security is tight, man. Yes, Uhuru Park is reopening after renovations, and clearly Kenyans can't wait to go in. They must be here in their thousands today, man. The park was closed for more than a year for renovations. As visitors stream in, yes, M-Pesa. As visitors stream in, payment is via M-Pesa. For our international friends, M-Pesa is a digital payment method via your phone. We use it everywhere here. So M stands for mobile, Pesa is Swahili for money. So it's mobile pesa, mobile money. So I think Kenyans are glad to be coming back to the park. Man, the people here today. Okay, this is a good thing actually. I mean, we have all kinds of visitors from everywhere. But it's definitely a youth and family affair. You know, the number of young people here is incredible. It's an exciting time to be young in Nairobi, in Kenya, across the world. And no jokes with security here today. It's not a joke. These guys are all eyes today. They're all over today and they can stare you down. And the checks just continue.
Yeah, tripod, you come.
It's like they have 10 layers of security checks here today.
Very tight.
And we are finally inside. Welcome to the Nairobi Festival, the inaugural Nairobi Festival. Unbelievable. This would all be a concrete jungle today, man. If President Moi and British media mogul Robert Maxwell had their way, this would just be a concrete jungle, you know. Wangari Maathai, we thank you. We thank you. I think this generation and the next and the next and the next must protect this jewel. This is our breathing space within the city. This is our green space. This is where we can refresh, you know, hit that refresh button. Any city in the world needs something like this. Yes, so let's do a tour with my brother here. See what's going on inside.
It looks so big. Let's go and see. Oh, this is the wing. It's so big. But how are they able to bring an aeroplane here? Really? How? This is the engine. So big. Whoa. I think this is the cargo part. If I'm not wrong. I'm told not to touch it. When I see Uhuru Park, I feel like the government has remembered us. Like today is a special day. It's one of its kind in Nairobi because the president has allowed the opening of this place to businesses, to the youth. I think this one is the Nairobi Expressway. So it means happiness to me. It means good memories because when I'm here, I remember freedom fighters. Somebody like President Moi, we have the first president of the Republic, Jomo Kenyatta, Ronald Ngala, Tom Mboya. We have so many of them. If you want to have some photographs, you can come here and have some photographs. Nani ako hapa? Oh, how much are you charging for the photographs? Yeah. Like one picture, how much? 100. Okay, thank you. It's quite affordable. It's fair. It's fair. Yeah, I think the photo is fair, considering the events we have today. Yeah, let's move inside. Let's go and talk to this girl. Hi, I'm Evans.
I'm Carol from Sensei.
So I'm asking about people's experience here at Uhuru Park.
What does Uhuru Park mean to me? It's about freedom. Uhuru means freedom. I know it's a recreational facility where people come, relax over the weekends. You can bring kids to play. It has different activities. Yeah, it's a place where people just come for recreational purposes.
Which freedom fighter do you know?
Kenyatta, our first president. There is the Kimathi, Paul Ngei. There are so many. Wangari Maathai the late was a philanthropist. We know her for tree planting and environment. She made a great impact.
My childhood experience at Uhuru Park was that when I used to come, I was with my mother and I was young. I think there was some lake somewhere around. Yeah, is it still there? It was my first time on the water and I was so afraid. It was really good. Then the second one was riding a horse. Yeah, there were horses here. And I enjoyed doing both, riding the horse and riding the boat.
Yes, so the park has all kinds of goodies, food, games, music, power wheels for kids, even a visit to the museum if you want. There's a small section here. But there's all kinds of exhibitions here today.
Meet my girlfriend. Who are you? She's called Becky. Becky, hi. You good, right? Becky says hi.
Hi.
I'm Evans. What's your name?
My name is Sarah. I'm an archaeologist. I work at the National Museums of Kenya.
Yes. So can you tell us about everything here?
At around 700,000 years, we had the discovery of Homo sapien, archaic. In Africa, we have the Heidelbergensis, which is still under the same species. It's a subspecies of now the erectors. And in Europe and other parts of the world, we have the Neanderthals.
This is the place to be, in Nairobi. Nairobi is more than just a city in the sun. I think that's too old now, We have a lot to offer more than weather. We have a young population that is creative. You talk of music, talk of sports. We have Africa's fastest man the last year now. We are the guys to beat in long distance running, and technology. We are leading in tech. That M-Pesa that I just talked about, that was pioneering. We have since grown that industry. It has just spawned so many other tech products. And tech hubs are all across the city and now increasingly to the county areas. So we are definitely going somewhere. We have something to show to the world. And Kenya even gifted America its first African president. The brother is African, Barack Obama. So Nairobi definitely has a lot to offer. You need to be here.
There's a lot of things here to be celebrated. We have exhibitions. We also have, like last week, it was Jamhuri Day on Monday, 12th. We are celebrating the day Kenya got its independence. There is performances everywhere. So it means happiness to me.
My name is Paul.
Paul?
Yes.
Paul who?
Paul Mulemba.
Paul Mulemba?
Yes. My dad is from Malawi, so for that reason I'm Mulemba.
Sounds very Kenyan.
Yeah. Bantu name. Yeah. So, how is your experience here?
We just started the experience.
Yeah.
We arrived yesterday, so for the moment it's very nice. It's a busy place, a lot of people, but it's very nice. People are kind. I'm from the east of France.
And from the west coast for me. We are going to visit the east coast of Kenya, so we just made a stop here and discovered the festival.
I want to know more about the Maasai culture. Yes. Because it's the image I have of Kenya for the moment.
We love you and win the World Cup, please!
We wish France well, whatever happens. This park was certainly a good win for Kenyans and visitors alike. I bet even Ghislaine Maxwell and her siblings can visit, right? They're more than welcome. We are just glad we have the park and life goes on. But what a space for creativity and rest. Smack in the middle of Nairobi. This is such a jewel for us, and Once it reopens fully, come one, come all. We love visitors here. If you love this content, we'd love to show you a lot more. Please subscribe, share, hit that like button. We will be seeing you at the next video. Happy New Year, and thank you for dropping in.